Coming up, February's training summary, but first, this. Hi everyone, welcome to February's training update. So as I said, I wanted to do at the end of every month, and who can believe it, we're at the end of February already. Only 6 weeks of captivity left, hopefully. We So I wanted to talk about what I've done since the end of January. Obviously, that would be the beginning of February through to today, the end of February. And the key thing I wanted to work on this month was just building my aerobic base. So that kind of I'll standard Lydiard training, just working on the strength in the heart, the kind of get all sciencey. And in terms of the physiological side of it, obviously the capillarization. So we're working on that blood flow into muscle tissue, increasing mitochondria, so the fuel of our cells, so what makes the energy, and just and working on building up the long run, the distance of my runs in the week, and just kind of working through, and not really with that overall term in terms of building to a figure in terms of mileage. It was just whatever the mileage worked out at. So it was kind of just building through nicely. So I've done a couple of 2-hour runs this month, and it felt brilliant actually. The weather's played a factor that they were both fairly chilly, but certainly now at the end of February, the spring is really in the air, beautiful sunshine, and this morning's 2-hour run was just absolutely gorgeous. It's a really kind of opportunity to get out onto the trails along the old canal paths that I can get onto, and it was just fantastic. I'm not worried too much about pace. It was just go out, nice steady heart rate. There's a few undulations, so that the heart rate does fluctuate. And I love getting hills into my runs. I'm a bit of a weirdo like that, but I love to kind of build that strength that they offer, just that little change in cadence and that extra push off you need working on the hills, just to kind of increase that strength whilst working on the endurance side of things. And then we've been working on the midweek longer run. So that, again, this week was the first time I've done a 90-minute long run in the week. And that was kind of the long run at the end of January. So it's nice to kind of see how the training has progressed. The hill work has stayed in there. So once a week, we've just been building on the length of the reps, I should say. Sorry. So time. So there's 3 different hills I've been working on. We started with 30-second reps, and I went up to kind of 45 to 50-second, so amount, and then up to just over a minute. And then this week we increased the number, so it was 6 I was doing, and then with the increase in the time, and then this one was the first time we went to kind of in the middle range, 45, 50-second hills, and we did 8 of those. And again, that will now progress and change slightly going into March, which obviously I'll talk about in the video. So what I set out to achieve, I think I've done. I really wanted to kind of keep that, really work on that aerobic base. And that will continue. So in terms of the length of the run, that will probably stay in. There just won't be every weekend. It'll probably be alternate weekends, and then we'll try and work on pace a little bit. I've done a couple of little sort of mini sessions, I should say, through February. So I was keeping everything aerobic. So some kind of around that tempo, effort, and threshold. And I'll maybe talk about those in a different video, so the definitions of those, what I mean by those 2 different terms, because sometimes it can be misunderstood as being the same thing and they are slightly different, or you can make them different if you want to. So we've been working on sort of hill session one per week, and then operating this tempo / a little bit of threshold work in there. Did a really good session this week. There's a farmer's track near here where a loop around this farmer's house is roughly a kilometre. So we did a great session where we're doing a K on, kind of so slightly faster than tempo, so more towards that threshold pace. So you kind of what your anaerobic threshold, kind of roughly that half, so just slightly faster than half marathon pace, and then the off bits, so kind of the off lap, would have been a moderate, so keeping the effort in there. So that was nice because I was getting down towards sort of 7-minute miling on the off stuff, and slightly below on getting towards the end. So there's a slight progression through the and that was 7 laps I did. So 4 harder laps and 3 slightly easier laps, and then the moderate laps were kind of just under that 8-minute miling. So keeping it much faster than I would do in my kind of easier or longer run pace. And I've been really happy with the way things are progressing. And then I said my diet's been really good. I've been really struggling with sleep. Don't know if that's a bit of anxiety in there maybe, or there's just a bit fed up and kind of wanting to get out of this captivity, as I've sort of decided to call it. let's just get some kind of routine back in there. But so the running has definitely helped. Kept the yoga going, keeping to that 3 times a week, which has been fantastic. I'm really enjoying those, and I say really noticing the difference in the longer runs, and when I'm putting a bit of pace in, or in terms of holding form and technique going up the hills. And so I'm just starting to feel like I'm just getting a little bit more power, coming definitely from a more stable pelvis and a much stronger core. And the yoga I've been doing is yoga with Adriene, and which is, I don't know if anybody's followed her stuff, but wow, I'm absolutely amazing. I came across it because I was following a channel called Bodhi, which is a Tamil Dodge, and I've got a few of his DVDs that I started doing yoga with. And I just wanted to learn a bit more about some of the kind of basic poses and how I should be doing them, to kind of understand that a little bit better. And I just came across some Adriene like how to videos that she posted on a YouTube channel, and I thought, wow, I really like how she's explaining things. And I've been doing her 30-day challenge. I've not been doing it each day. I say three times a week. So the 30-day journey that she did recently. I'm on day 10 at the moment. That's taken about three weeks to kind of work through, but been really enjoying, and I find it really helps I feel much calmer after I've done it, and really relaxed. So it's definitely helped at kind of the spiritual side, if you want to call that, and mind focus, and certainly I've noticed during my runs as well that the breathing and being able to kind of be more in the moment and enjoy the running much more. It's all helping. So one of those things, I think, as a runner, that I'm a bit lazy. I don't particularly like doing strength work. Years of doing that through rowing at university and circuit training, and the bits I used to do when I sprinted through school and college. I just, I'm not a big fan of chucking weights around these days. I think I'd snap, to be honest, under a barbell. But the yoga has definitely helped, and in terms of working on the core strength and balance as well. I think that's kind of key things when you're running in that repetitive nature of running, that the stronger you can be and the more balanced you can be, you're just going to produce a bit more power through your strides and be running a bit more efficiently. So I'm going to leave it here. There's a summary. I hope you enjoyed the running footage. I've got a bit more footage from today's long run that I'll knock together for a different video. I hope you're enjoying this. I hope I'm not boring you too much. So I'm kind of feeling a little bit more comfortable talking to the camera, but it's been nice to share the experience and get some lovely feedback. I hope your running's going well for all of you. I've just seen a lot of you on Strava doing really well at the moment. Keep that up. It's fantastic, and so hopefully we can all get racing soon, and the summer will kind of come before we know it. But stay safe, take care of yourself, and thanks again.